that the Democrats have in fact reached the 60 votes. Let's listen for a moment.
3/5 of the senators duly chosen and sworn, having voted in the affirmative, the motion is agreed to.
And there you have it, David Gergen. There's the 60 votes. I want you to pick up that thought you were saying, though. You're saying this is certainly a victory for the White House, but in many ways it seems like the fissure in this country between the left and the right, conservatives and liberals, Republicans and Democrats, I guess you could argue it grew even deeper tonight.
It has, and it's terribly unfortunate. Donna Brazile is right. This is an historic moment. The Senate of the United States has never voted for universal access before. This vote tonight, the 60, now ensures that the universal access bill will pass the Senate. That's very, very important for them. Having said that, we've now reached the point where on significant social legislation, this tragic quality was expressed by Olympia Snowe. She's one of the, there are Republicans, of course, who are just ideologically opposed to anything working with the Democrats, but Olympia Snowe was trying to work with the Republicans, and have her tonight express severe disappointment at the way this has unfolded here in these last days. Severe disappointment that this is the first major social legislation that's passed in this country in more than half a century that has not enjoyed a vote from the other side is, I think, brought us to the place where we can say historic legislation is about to be made, but it's a tragedy to me that it can't be done with more support from the other side, that this couldn't have been worked out in a more bipartisan way. I'm not sure. The blame is pretty evenly divided here about who's responsible for that. But the fact is, the partisanship, the poisonous, toxic atmosphere that exists on the Senate floor tonight and in much of Washington is not healthy for the country.
This amendment has passed, the manager's amendment, as it is called, the first in a series of votes. I want to bring back my colleague Dana Bash again. You're there. First of all, what is happening now? So the vote is over. 60 Democrats voted yay and 40 Republicans voted no. What is happening now?
Well, if you look on the Senate floor, you see a bunch of very tired but clearly very happy Democrats who are huddled there just below the clerk's desk. You see them hugging one another. You see the Democratic leader, Harry Reid, talking to many of his colleagues there. I mean, this is something that they have fought for and worked on day and night, literally day and night for the past month straight, I would say. And they're clearly happy, but I can tell you from firsthand experience, absolutely exhausted. And what happens from here specifically after tonight or this morning, there will be another series of votes to finalize this bill. The hurdle has been crossed, if you will. They know that they have the 60 votes. They know that they have enough to ultimately pass this finally in the Senate. It's just a matter of how long it takes to get there, and that likely won't happen, Sanjay, until about Christmas Eve. The way that things are going here, it could be 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve when the Senate finalizes the health